Hello, guys. Teddy Keenan here, and today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Boss Trails Getting Down with a Ticket Out of Town. Okay, so if y'all don't know who Boss Trails is, he basically was one of the top dangerous gang members. I've been always hearing about them, like through videos like these. That makes sense and stuff. So yeah, and he been around a lot of people, what I'm saying, who was other gangsters like them, gangsters. He lost his life and stuff. And yes, it's so we're gonna be into it. Let's go.
He get to it. BT love the guns. Love the pipe. He was a GD. He was known as a shooter.
Yep, he was a GD gang, yeah.
Crazy reputation, a no nonsense reputation.
Yep, by the pictures, I remember that one in the middle.
Rodney Latrell Stewart, known as Boss Trell, was a young man living a life deeply entangled in the Chicago gang culture. Boss Trell was a member of the Gangster Disciples,
Yep.
And he lived in an area of Chicago that was a patchwork of gang territories. Tensions were always present here, and in the early hours of November 8th, shots rang out, shattering the morning silence. Trell was found face down in an alley in the 2600 block of West 83rd Street, shot in the back of the head.
Dang.
He passed away later that day. Trell's family said that they never
in the head. Crazy.
expected his life to end this way. They remember him as an easygoing, silly, but responsible young man. Sheila Green, his grandmother, said that Stewart was a good kid who stayed out of trouble. Green said that her grandson, who came to live with her when he was 10, actually liked to clean and go to bed early, and he had no problem taking care of his younger relatives or chipping in for groceries when needed. He was a dog lover, but Sheila remembers a conversation she had with her grandson about a year before he passed away. Trell warned her that he was in trouble. She didn't believe him. He told her that he had enemies, but his grandmother still didn't take him seriously. To his family, he was a regular, hard-working guy, trying to get his life on track. But on the streets, people knew a completely different side of Boss Trell. Some called him Max Payne. Boss Trell had a detrimental reputation. He was rumored to have been involved in the hit of Marcus London, known as Baldy, which took place on the sidewalk in the Washington Park neighborhood of Chicago.
What kind of names? Right.
Odie Perry was hit on South Martin Luther King Drive on August of 2011. At the time, the case was unsolved, but it was rumored that a female gang assassin, known as K.I., was responsible for his hit, along with Boss Trell.
I remember her. I always watch videos about her, man. She was like literally one of the top dangerous gang member female, dude. It's the south side of Chicago, dude. Like, man.
Speculated that they may have hit Odie as revenge for him allegedly ending the life of their friend and fellow gang member, Shondell Tuka Gregory. In 2016, detectives finally revealed that K.I. and Boss Trell did, in fact, hit Odie Perry. According to the case report, multiple eyewitnesses saw K.I. and Boss Trell shoot and hit Odie. Police also tested one of Boss Trell's guns and found that the bullets fired during the shooting of Perry had definitely come from his gun. Allegedly, he also shot L.A. Capone. L.A. Capone was shot in 2012, just a few months before Boss Trell was killed, but L.A. Capone survived his shooting. The passing of Sheroy Liggins in February 2012 was also supposedly Boss Trell's work. The story goes that Boss Trell used the red beam attachment on his gun, a trademark of his, to shoot Sherroyd in the head across the street.
Oh,
Adding fuel to
that's
these
some like
rumors, less
sniper
than a week
stuff or
before his
something.
passing, Boss Trell reportedly sent out a tweet that seemed to brag about his involvement with the words, "I bet the O Block remember that red beam." This tweet, if true, was a bold statement in a world where anyone at all can read what you reveal in your post.
Yeah.
But no one really knew for sure what was true and what wasn't. The problem with rumors is that they can make you a lot of
That's how one of the way that you can get killed, by posting crazy stuff.
enemies. If other gangs believed the stories about Boss Trell, they might have seen him as a danger to them. And in a tough world of the street gangs, threats are taken very seriously. Having a reputation on the street can be a dangerous thing. Even if the stories about Boss Trell weren't all true, they still made him a target. Because of these rumors, Boss Trell probably had a long list of people who didn't like him. Anyone looking for revenge or just trying to make a name for themselves might have had their sights set on him. To try several times to escape the dangers he feared would catch up with him. In May 2012,
Right.
he moved out of his grandmother, Sheila's house. His grandmother thought he was seeking more freedom, and she didn't approve of the move. He briefly lived with his mother before moving in with his girlfriend, Dorothy Morrison, and her family. When the Morrison family moved from their South Side Woodlawn neighborhood to the West Side in August of 2012, Trell moved with them. In late October 2012, Sheila said that Trell's school contacted her because he had missed almost the entire semester. But despite the increasing instability, school absences, and repeated moves, Trell's girlfriend, LaDorothy, insisted that he was trying to hang on and make something work. She claimed that Trell used to always talk about their future, and that he would always tell her that there was nothing in Chicago for them. He didn't want to end up deceased or in jail, and he was looking forward to moving. Boss Trell passed away with a bus ticket in his pocket. According to his girlfriend and his family, he had planned to move to Iowa and start over.
Oh, Iowa.
His ticket was for November 10th. He was hit 2 days before he could leave. A spokesperson for the Chicago Police Department said that the decision to bring charges in any case, hit or otherwise, is made by the state attorney's office. The critical piece of proof typically required by prosecutors include credible eyewitnesses willing to come forward, or DNA, which you don't usually have with a hit by gunfire. But when it comes to talking about who may have hit her boyfriend, Dorothy Morrison had apparently refused to cooperate with police, saying she doesn't feel comfortable. Her refusal has caused some of Boss Trell's family members to be suspicious of Morrison. They claim that LaDorothy's not cooperating with detectives made her partly to blame for the fact that the case still hasn't been solved. But others argue that LaDorothy is in a dangerous position. Trell's grandmother says the identity of the shooter is not a secret, and that the family is still waiting for eyewitnesses who will testify in court. She says the family and detectives know who did it, but there isn't enough evidence because no witness will step up. So who hit Boss Trell?
Right. So if one of the family, well, not family, but the police just don't have enough evidence, or the witnesses, some reason don't want to tell, didn't want to tell. So okay. But before the video ends, if I was Boss Trell, if I'm trying to really do my best better than when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? I know, this is not the life that I would want. And plus, and if I told grandma about this and she don't believe me, and I'm telling her, I would definitely be trying to prove to her. I would be like, man, like, hey, please. Like, matter of fact, you should help me move out of here if that's the case, So and maybe one of my friends to help protect me. You know what I'm saying? Because I have other people that be armed and stuff. So it's like, yeah.
The answer isn't black and white, because Bostrel allegedly had a long list of targets in his past. But one thread that people Bostrel was rumored to have targeted is that they all had connections to the Black Disciple gang. If Bostrel was actually involved in targeting multiple members of the Black Disciples, that would have made him a marked man in their eyes. Hunting a member of a gang like the Black Disciples is an attack on the whole group,
Yeah.
and they're known to protect their own fiercely. For someone living amid these tense gang rivalries, this kind of reputation could be hazardous, which is likely why Bostrel tried to warn his grandmother that he had enemies, and why he was trying to get out of Chicago.
Oh, this game is as I'm trying to make it in life. Okay. And I didn't know this part. This part I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't know. You know, at least he let the world know on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm tired of it. I want to make a different life. Yeah.
Chicago. In Chicago streets, the rivalry between the Flyboy Gang, or FBG, and the Black Disciples was well known.
Yeah.
Bostrel, as a part of FBG, found himself in the middle of this long-standing beef. This meant that members of the FBG and the Black Disciples were always on edge, ready for something to pop off. For someone like Bostrel, that was a part of everyday life. His association with FBG put him in direct opposition to the Black Disciples.
Mm-hmm.
So when discussing Bostrel's untimely passing, we have to consider his background. The rumors about him, true or not, placed him in the crosshairs of a powerful group with a long memory. This is why it didn't come as much of a surprise when the word on the street was that King Von, a member of the Black Disciples, had been the one to hit Bostrel. FBG Duck's mom said something about this too. She mentioned in the video that King Von was allegedly responsible.
Right.
Von allegedly betrayed him and T-Wood. Only the streets know, and only the people who did it know. So that's why I'm saying alleged.
If the rumor of Bostrel's constant attacks on the Black Disciples were to be believed, King Von was a likely suspect to have taken revenge. He had a reputation for being a shooter, and even those closest to him said that he was responsible for Trell's hits. King Von also tweeted, "LOL, you ain't a boss to me," after the news of Bostrel's passing began to spread. Despite all the rumors and talks on the streets, one fact remains clear. Bostrel's hit case is still officially unsolved. To this day, the police haven't charged anyone for his hit. Bostrel's story shows us how someone can have two very different sides. To his family, he was a young guy looking forward to a better future. He is remembered by his friends, such as FBG Duck and FBG Cash, as someone who put in hard work to protect the neighborhood. To his friends, he was someone they would always remember. But on the streets, he had been caught up in the dangerous world of gangs and rumors. In remembering Bostrel, we think about both the good times and the hard life he lived outside of his home. He leaves behind many family members who love him, including his grandmother, Sheila Green, and his aunt, Andrea Johnson. Rest in peace, Bostrel.
R.I.P. Bostrel.
Feels like a dream, feels like
R.I.P. to Bostrel. I think that's the end. Yeah, that's the end to that. But R.I.P. to him. You know, wish he could have had a better that he wanted it to have anyway. So, hope y'all like the video. Hopefully, this even teach me. I hope it taught y'all. So, see y'all later. Bye.